out where the whispers start and daylight parts. Under a blood-red sky, the raven cries. Ghost town echoes fill the cursed lands. Only sinners survive where the dust takes stand. No mercy in the shadows, no tears left to weep. Haunted by the promises that we couldn't keep. Each step echoes a tale of loss and dread in silent deserts where even angels fear to tread. Once rode with a brother side by side in the fray. Betrayal came whispered, one dust turned to gray. Burning church in the valley where our fates were tossed. He sold me for silver and all was lost. No mercy in the shadows, whiskey soothes the pain. The past a burning ember that won't cool with the rain. A lone train whistles mourning through the night. Forgotten graves whispering of the forsaken plight. In the heart of the night under the crescent moon's light, I faced him at last where the old oak stood. Words were like gunfire, eyes cold and hard. Two bullets found their home in that dusty graveyard.
Shadows, the deed finally done. Silence now, my partner, neath the setting sun. Revenge or salvation, the lines worn thin. Riding toward a horizon where sin meets the wind.
I left town with the sunrise, burning low on my back. Boots stained in blood, no trail, no map. A red ring in my pocket, cold steel in my hand, and a name on my lips I won't speak again. Ashes on the saddle, smoke in my soul. I gave her love and she dug a hole. Buried my heart by the old pine tree. Now I ride like a shadow no one sees. Barroom whispers said you ran with the law. Took my gold, left the devil in all. But I ain't here to pray or plead. Just 6 shots and a cursed creed. Ashes on the saddle, fire in my chest. She lit the match and laid me to rest. Now I ride for justice, not for peace. And I'll find her trail dead or released. Moonlight on a hollow grave, her perfume Ashes on the saddle, wind in my hair, a ghost with a grudge, too far to care. When I ride, the sky turns rust, and I leave behind nothing but dust. In the heart of a dusty valley wide, where the shadows play tricks by the moonlight side, I ride past whispers of a cursed land's breath, through ghost towns and secrets like dancing with death. Every step stirs the stories the old winds tell of a gunslinger's glory and the night he fell. Oh, I'm riding through the gunslinger under stars that mourn in cold ember. In his silence I find my own, chasing echoes of blood and bone. Whiskey's warmth guides my resolve as I seek what only time can absolve. The tailwind's back to a love so bold, in a town too young to be so old. She was a light in a place run wild. He was a man whose heart she beguiled. But betrayal came with a storm, swift gust left him for dead in the desert dust. Yes, I'm riding through the gunslinger, each mile dressed in dusk's dark linger. In his vengeance I find my pain beneath the cries of a night train. Whiskey numbs the past cruel sting as I ride where church bells no longer ring. In the silence between gunshots and preachers pray lies a truth that I've hunted since he went astray. Face to face with the ghost in the fading light, my heart's mirror shattered by the forsaken night. Revelations fire in this lonely fight, echoes of him and me, riding through the night. Now I'm riding through the gunslinger with a spirit free and a heart somber. In his story my demons lay bare, crossing deserts of endless despair. Whiskey whispers of what must be done as I accept the man I've become. And the haunting fear, the gunslinger's path, both far and near. In the cold heart of a land wild and vast, I find peace in the shadows that we cast. Under the hollow sky at midnight's call, a dusty road where shadows dance and fall. Whiskey bottle lying by my side, in a ghost town where even the brave ones hide. Echoes of train whistles cut the air, reminding me of the cross I bear. 'Neath that cursed moon I see her face, haunted Haunted dreams in this godforsaken place. Midnight in the hollow sky, scream so dry, every star's a secret, every breeze a sigh. Once loved a beauty fair and wild, her betrayal burned, left me reviled. Found her whispers in another's embrace, in the church that fire did disgrace. Silent desert bare my solemn oath, her memory's a noose and I'm alone. Neath that cursed moon I see her face, haunted dreams in this godforsaken place. Midnight in the hollow sky, love's lie, every tear's a shadow, every goodbye a cry. In the cold light I face my foe, dust storms rage, to the end we go. Guns drawn under the eye of fate, two shots in the silence, only one escape. Neath that cursed moon I claim my deed, from love and vengeance my soul's freed. Midnight in the hollow sky, truth found, later ghost down in that hallowed ground. In a ghost town where the dust storms weave, under moonlight whiskey whispers beg you to grieve. Cracked leather boots stepping over cracked clay, streets that echo tales of the runaway. Bottles clank like the chime of a haunted bell, spinning stories in this forsaken lonesome hell. Dancing with whiskey under cursed starlight, feeling every demon that haunts the night, twirling the shadows of those who've sinned, where lost souls wander and bitter winds grin. Remnants of love like smoke from the church fire, ashes floating over a spire mired in mire. She was a vision too vivid for these barren lands, but she slipped like sand through old weathered hands. Train whistles mourn like a lover's goodbye, echoing cross plains where forgotten graves lie. Dancing with whiskey, with memories too thick, each sip a story, every gulp a trick. Spin with the ghost of to be in the silence of the desert, the only place I'm free. There at the bar saw her face in the glass, haunting the mirrors, a specter of the past. Confrontation with the soul I used to be, before revenge turned love into this dusty decree. secrets untold. In a land cursed by the sun's vengeful hold lies a ghost town, shadows cling to decay. Each wooden plank a story faded and gray. Forgotten graves hum the old sinner's mass, while the devil's ashes stain the broken glass. Underneath the blood-red sky, whiskey bottles lay bone dry. Hear the lonesome train whistle cry. In the devil's ashes, good men die. Once a love bloomed, wild, fierce, and free, under that old scorched Joshua tree. Betrayal's sharp knife, a silent vow broken, left nothing but vengeance, best served cold and unspoken. Her laughter haunts every deserted street. In the swirl of dust storms, our past I meet. Underneath the blood-red sky, whiskey bottles lay bone dry. Hear the lonesome train whistle cry. In the devil's ashes, good men die. Where burning churches once stood tall, now only ghostly confessions call. There by the old well, I confronted my fears, the echoes of bullets lost in the years. She stood there waiting, pale as the moon's glow, her eyes telling stories no one else could know. Underneath the blood-red sky, whiskey bottles now testify. The lonesome train has had its say. In the devil's ashes I'll stay. This land of curses, my final bed, where spirits whisper among the dead. In a ghost town where the wind cries through the chapel, burnt shadows cast by a candle's dim glow. Whiskey bottle laying empty in the silence, footprints vanish where the red dust storms blow. Blood on the lost love under a black crow sky, echoes of a train whistle singing a lonesome goodbye, haunted by the memories in the moon's haunting light. Blood on the lost love vanished from sight. Crossroad pact made in the depths of night, silver locket with a picture worn in old, promises as brittle as a flames licking my sins. Her specter in the smoke, bearing witness to my wins. Gunpowder on my sleeve, a duel with the past. In the valley of the cursed, only shadows are cast. Blood on the lost love, where the old lies die. Revenge or redemption, aching under the cold sky. Dust settles on my heart as I lay down to fight. Blood on the lost love, fading into the night. In the quiet town of Calamity's Wake, under the shadow of a blood-red moon, stood the gunslinger, his life at stake, in the dust where the sinners met their doom. Whiskey bottle lay emptied by a crooked cross, haunted whispers round the church now lost. Gunslinger, right through the smoke and the sorrows, chasing the ghost of your love, stolen and betrayed under the stars where there's no tomorrow, seeking vengeance where a debt of blood's unpaid. Once loved a girl with wildfire eyes in a town too parched for righteous men. Her laughter mingled with the train's distant cries, till the night when darkness claimed her kin. Trust turned traitor, lead her to the news, left a gunslinger with nothing left to lose. Gunslinger, right through the smoke and the sorrows, echoes of her voice, a guide in the cursed night under the stars, cursed by ghostly arrows, hunting shadows that rob the morning light. At the fork where the dead river split, he met the traitor, faced a ghostly face. Words unspoken, cold steel spit, a thunder crack split the silent, forsaken place. Two shots fired in the desert's heart, one man standing, one torn apart. Gunslinger, walk through the smoke, now fading. The path of revenge leaves but ashes and pain. Under stars, his weary heart parading in a land that forgets, but the ghosts remain. So in the town they whisper low of a man and the love he never let go, by forgotten graves where wild winds blow. Rests a gunslinger in the fires that grow. Under moonlit shadows of scorned church spires, a man with no face and a heart turned to cinders dances with dust where his dreams caught fire. Whiskey breath and the rattle of empty bottles, footsteps echo against the walls of a cursed lane. He sways along where hope is just a memory, fiddling a tune for the damned. Spin, oh spin in the serpent's prayer waltz, where love lies bleeding in the pale moon's glance. Revenge keeps time with a heart that malfunctions in this haunted dance. Take a ghost's cold hand. There's a tale they whisper when the night grows bold, of a lover's vow and a friend's betrayal. The serpent's tongue on a breeze so cold left him shattered, trails turned stale. Train whistles moan through the silent desert, a reminder of what used to be. He loved a girl as fierce as the dusty tempest, lost in a whirl of treachery. Spin, oh spin in the serpent's prayer waltz, where trust turns to ash with the fading light. The night air holds that bitter resolution, dancing closer to the end of the night. In the shadow of forgotten graves he stands, watching flames lick old sins in a burning church nearby. Mirage of her face, or just desert playing with a gun in his hand and a tear in his eye. Forgive or forsake, whispers through the chapel, his resolve as brittle as the dry, cracked earth. A prayer slips out as he faces his reflection. In the shattered glass sees what vengeance is worth. Spin, oh spin in the serpent's prayer waltz, with the ghosts of the past and the shadows of sin. He lays down his gun as the fire dies quiet, accepts the dance and the serpent within. Spin, oh spin till the stars beg for mercy, till the sun bleeds red over lands God forgot. He'll waltz with his demons till his breath yields to silence in the serpent's prayer waltz. He's forever caught. Where the hanging tree waits, out where the whispering shadows creep, in a ghost town too lost for the sun to keep. A dusty bottle lays by a cursed land's gate, near the hanging tree where the dark winds wait. Echoes of train whistles over the plains, through the quiet remnants of forgotten pains. Where the hanging tree waits, so still, so grim, underneath its boughs I sing this hymn, for the souls of the lost, the betrayed, the gone. In the heart of the night their spirits drawn. A tale of a lover with eyes like stormy skies, her promises as hollow as her alibis. In the light of a burning church I found my dread, a whisper in the wind, better off dead. The starlit badge that that led me astray to the land where the shadows swallow the day, where the hanging tree waits its branches sway, calling out the tune of the stray, for justice, for vengeance, beneath the moon's glance, in its eerie silence the dead they dance. Storm, I faced my foe. In the silence of the desert, the truths I now know. The bullet was swift, a flash in the night by the hanging tree, ending the fight where the hanging tree waits with nooses old and frayed. I lay down my gun beneath its shade, for in the wild desert under vast starlit skies rest the tales of the old where my heart lies. Out where the dust storm cloaked the dawn, near the old church which cross long gone, stands the remains of a charred wood frame, where the whiskey whispers a forgotten name. Midnight train whistles mourn their tune for a love lost neath the blood red moon. Whoa. And the flames dance wild and haunted eyes in the burning barn under cursed star skies. The ghost of a heart that couldn't stay confined by the chains or the love or the hands of time. She rode in on the tail of a tempest wind, with tales of betrayal sketched under her skin. In the back of the bar, under low slung lights, she plotted revenge on a cold dark night. Two lovers entwined, then unraveled by fate, a vow carved in sorrow, sealed by hate. And the flames left high with her vengeful cries in the burning barn under storm-swept skies. Revenge, a bitter trail from the choices we choose on paths paved in blood and old hearts' dues. In the ash and the ember I found my peace, as the fire cleansed my soul, gave my spirit release. There in the glow her shadow did rise, a silhouette of remorse under smoldering sky. Forgiveness, a phantom in the smoke we embrace, while the past and the present in the flames interlace. So the barn burns down to the ground of sin, with our memories fading like the smoke in the wind. Now every night falls by the light of the stars, I'll sing this ballad out here where the wind whispers secrets of sin. The sun beats down where my troubles begin. Ghost town shadows, they dance on the graves of men too foolish, too wild to be saved. Whiskey bottles lay empty souls just the same under the heat of this cursed land's flame. There's no mercy in the dusty boots, walking lines that the devil drew, haunted by the love that the desert took, silent prayers to a forsaken rook. Every step, every move bears the weight of the past, in the heart of the outlaw where nothing can last. That train whistle moans like an old church choir, singing tales of a cross, of smoke and of fire. She loved like a tempest, left like a thief. In her eyes a storm, in my heart the grief. The dust storms came and covered my tracks. She's a memory's ghost that ain't never coming back. There's no mercy in the dusty boots, walking lines that the devil drew, haunted by the love that the desert took, silent prayers to a forsaken rook. Every step, every move bears the weight of the past, in the heart of the outlaw where nothing can last. In the dead of night, by the cold of the stone, I faced the man who claimed what was my own. Gunfire echoed like thunder, it roared. Only one set of boots walked out that door. There's no mercy in the dusty boots, only echoes of the lives they uproot. A trail of vengeance, old debts to pay, forgotten souls in the break of day. No mercy in the leather and the dust, just a heart full of bullets and a gun that won't rust. In every line, a shadow of fate, where love's lost and revenge won't wait. Out in the vast and whispering badlands, under a blood-red sky, once stood a town with hope like a heartbeat, for the truths turned to lies. Whiskey bottles lay empty on doorsteps, each one a story untold, of dreams gone dry under dust storms cover, and secrets dark and cold. Buried deep in the shadows where the lost souls weep, the winds sing of sorrow where the secrets keep. Beneath the moon's pale watch, old ghosts they roam. In the silence of the desert, I made my cursed home. I loved a girl with eyes like wildfire, heart wild as the shifting sands. She vanished like smoke from a burned out church, slipped right through my hands. In the night I hear the train's lonely whistle, mocking me with its cry, as it rolls past forgotten graves, under that endless starlit sky. Buried deep in the shadows where the old loves die, the wind speaking riddles beneath a vast dark sky. With each whisper and echo, my restless heart roams. In the silence of the desert, I find my ghostly home. On a night when the storm tears the silence and the past refuses to sleep, I face the curse of this barren land where the wounds cut too deep. There at last stood the truth by the cold light of the dawn. She was a mirage of the desert, a memory forever gone. Now I'm just a shadow where no light seeps, with the dust as my blanket and the earth so steep. Let my sins be buried in this silent, forsaken lone. In the heart of the desert, I accept this ghostly home. Forever buried in the shadows, under sky so wide and dawn. In a town too lost for sunlight's grace, where shadows cling like widowed slaves, a whiskey bottle lays falling in the sand beside the church where no bells stand. Train whistles moan through dust storms cry, echoing souls that don't dare to die. Hear the whispers in the silent grave, secrets of the hearts no one could save. Underneath the moon's ghostly wave, the silent desert keeps the betrayed. Old photographs and rusted locks, silent streets where time forgot. A lover's promise turned to deceit, led to a heart's bitter defeat. By the gallows tree they made their vows, in cursed lands beneath sorrow's cloud. Hear the whispers in the silent grave, secrets of the hearts no one could save. Beneath the stars' cold distant gaze lies a love that time will not erase. In the chill of night he stands alone, facing the past his sins now known. Ghostly fingers trace the lines of his face, forgiveness lost, no saving grace. A whispered sorry to the wind as the specter of revenge begins to grin. Listen close to the silent grave where echoes of revenge softly crave. Amidst the dust, a soul set free. In the desert's heart he finds his decree. Whispers linger where life has strayed, in the silent grave where debts are paid. The ghost town walls, in the shade of the old gallows tree, a dusty ghost town. Whispers keep, bottles clink in the haunting breeze. Echoes of a waltz in the tumbleweed. The shadows stretch from the porch's warm. Train whistles cry through the coming storm. Silent church with a burned black spire, a tale of love meets a deadly fire. Dance, dance the ghost town waltz under moonlight's cold the ghost town wall, steps echo in the halls of loss. Forgiveness, a ghost too late to revive where love and death no more derive. Dance, dance till the spirits depart in the ghostly beat of a broken heart. Last call for the souls who roam in the cursed walls of their forsaken home.
On a road where the shadows stretch and wind, past the ghost town silence under the morning sky. Old whiskey whispers from the lips of a dusty bottle as the sun bleeds red over the hills where spirits lie. Hear the whispers in the last ride, echoes of the vows and the love that died. In the roar of the dust storm, hear the cries of the souls once scorched by deceit and lies. In a forgotten grave where roses wither and no prayers are said. She was the flame and the fury, the storm in my veins turned to betrayal, left my heart for dead. A train whistle moans through the cursed night air, a reminder of the night she vanished thin as despair. Hear the whispers in the last ride, smoking memories where the old pains hide. In the howl of the wind, feel the bite of a love that's turned to war and peace set to flight. Church that burned, we swore our oath, till vengeance grew like thorns around my soul's own wrath. By the light of the moon, I see her face. In the silver glow, my heart's disgrace. So listen to the whispers in the last ride. The land's too scorched from the tears I've cried, except in the dusk where my fears reside. In the last ride's whisper where my demons hide. In the silent desert under starlit dust lies a story buried in whiskey bottles and rust.
In the shadow of a valley where the cold winds sigh, dead man's past 'neath the soulless hollow sky. Distant whistle splits the silence, sorrow's melody. Whiskey breath and dusty boots keep the company. There's no mercy in the hollow sky, only ghostly clouds that pass on by.
twisted flow finds a locket in the ashes and the loving face he knows. Was a time her laughter filled his sundown dreams. Now just smoke and silence stitch up the seams. No mercy in the hollow sky, just the echo of the last goodbye. Curse the heart that dared to roam, lost the light on the way back home. Thunder rolls over plains once kissed by rain, reckons with the ghost of her shackled in pain. Beneath the starless cloak by the twisted old oak, swears vengeance on the night the fire awoke. Ain't no mercy in the hollow sky, or where the old gods and the lost ones lie. With every step on this forsaken land, he walks alone, gun heavy in hand. No mercy in the hollow sky, a whisper of the past, a lone wolf sigh. In the silent desert under cursed star, he rides for redemption through his scars.
Out in the hollows where the dead trees bend, whiskey bottles lay with the tails they end. The moon throws shadows over cursed land, ghost town echoes of a noose's stand. Footsteps whisper through the silent dust, each one haunted by a broken trust. I'm dancing with my last ride under cold starlight, spurs and silence in a slow graveyard glide. She's a memory that the whiskey can't hide, dancing with my last drive on this long last night. Once loved a woman with fire in her eyes, found her whispering with my demise. Trust traded for gold, love sold for a price. Betrayal's kiss felt colder than ice. In the quiet of a church, flames rose so high, left nothing but ash and a lonesome goodbye. Dancing with my last ride beneath a blood-red sky, with the ghosts of my past and the reasons why. She's just a phantom that my heart can't deny. Dancing with my last ride and I can no longer cry. By the old rail tracks, heard the train's mournful call, echo in the night of my deepest fall. Faced her specter in the dust, storm's wild swirl, saw the truth unfurl. The relentless twirl. Now I'm dancing with my last ride, where the lost souls hide forgiveness and vengeance. Side by side, this stands my final stand, with fate's harsh guide in the desert sands. I abide, I abide. as the story fades into the past. Haunted expanse of the West. In the shadow of a ghost town, under the blood-red sky, whiskey bottles lie empty where lost spirits lie. The dust whistles secrets through streets that forgot time. A lone train moans softly past sins in its chime. Buried deep in the devil's deal, by the edge of the cursed lands, under a church long burning, all lost in his hand. No prayer left unspoken, no cross to appeal. All I got is this heartache and a bad deal sealed. There's a tale of a lover whose eyes mirrored night, betrayed under starlight, vanished out of sight. Her whispers like venom, her shadow in the sands. Now I roam with the restless, with blood on my hands. Buried deep in the devil's deal, where the silent deserts weep, haunting forgotten graves, where secrets creep. I followed her laughter into the storm's reel, found nothing but echoes and the devil's cold steel. In the heat of the desert, I faced my own ghost, confronted the darkness, the pain I fear most. Her spectral silhouette dances in the night's dusty veil, while I reckon with my demons on this forsaken trail. Now I'm buried in the devil's deal, revenge burns in my stare, accepting this cursed path with cold desert air. The church bell's silent now in this ghostly ordeal, a gunslinger's last confession, the devil's final seal. Out in the shadow of the hangman's tree, where the wind whispers low, cold and free, dust devils dance on a barren plain, and the sun bleeds red like an open vein. Old whiskey bottles clink in the ghost town's breeze, echoes of laughter lost in the freeze, where the undertaker's hymn waits underneath the silver moon's cold gaze. There lies a heart that no longer beats in the land where vengeance and sorrow meets. Hear the train whistle moan through the cursed night, where the undertaker
Undertaker's hymn waits, we find the light. A tale of betrayal by a lover's hand. She vanished like smoke into the wasteland. Her memory haunts every whispered wail in the chapel ruins where shadows prevail. The preacher spoke of sin as the church burned bright. Another soul lost to the desert night, where the undertaker's hymn waits. Life fades as quickly as the rusty gates creak. In the silence of a forgotten grave lies a cowboy whose heart was betrayed. Hear the coyotes cry to the hollow sky, where the undertaker's hymn waits. The spirits sigh. Stand at the crossroads, gun heavy in hand. The sky splits open over cursed land. Echoes of the past, they rise and swell, caught between heaven and the fires of hell. The truth sharp as a knife cuts deep and clear. Her ghost in the moonlight, ever near, where the undertaker's hymn waits. Resolve hardens like the frost and cold gates. With each step on this desolate trace, I walk to meet my fate. I embrace, let the desert swallow my mournful cries, where the undertaker's hymn waits. A gunslinger alive.